Right, so the mean is 101 and the standard deviation is 5. So let's draw that. Mean is 101 and the standard deviation is 5, both in centimeters. Right, okay, so I'll draw the bell curve. What's the mean? 101. And the standard deviation? 5. And the first question is, how many are less than 103? So here's 103. Mark it off. 103. So we have to calculate our z-score. 103 minus 101 over 5. So that would be 2 over 5. So that's 0.4. So the problem is the same as getting the area. Not showing up. I can't see what I'm writing, so I'm only guessing that the area. Yeah. All right. So if we look up our table book at 0.4, we get 0.6554. All right. So that's the first part. No problem. The second part is 98 or more. Right, did you get this one?
Yes.
So it's still 101, but this time it's 98 or more. Now, what did you get as your z-score?
1.
Minus 0.6, was it? 98 minus 101 divided by 5. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yep.
know who was answering.
Oh.
Something different. 655.
Hey. Right, so here this would be 1 minus, well, the table book of 0.6 will give you the area to the left, which is not what you want. If you do 1 minus, you get the area to the right, which is the same as this. But you don't even want that. You want the area to the left of that. So it's 1 minus this. So in fact it should be the same as just looking up that.
Which is 0.75.
Correct, yeah. 0. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Is that what you got?
No.
No. What did you get?
1 minus.
Ah, well, so you forgot the 1 minus part. You got the area to the left then.
Left of 0.6.
KJ, if you look here, you can see clearly that the area must be more than 50%. So you know your answer of 27% is wrong, 28%, right? Yeah, so in the exam, think about this before you give the answer. Okay. And then between 95 and 100. So 101, 95, 100. So this one here, between 95 and 100, is actually symmetric. That's the same as between 102, because how far away is 100 from 101? Give me that. Give me the phone. 1. So on the other side we go 1 across. And how far away is 95 from 101? 6. So we go 6 away from 101, so that's 108. So it's the same as getting this area here on the right. Yes, thank you. 107. So we can change it into our bell curve.
295 between 100.
Yeah, you see, and you were playing on your phone when I was explaining what I'm doing here, so I'm not even going to answer that. Funny that, isn't it? No, don't, you'll make it worse. So here is now 0, and let's get the z-scores. So 102 minus 101 over 5, and then 107 minus 101 over 5. So that's 0.2, and that's 1.2. So 0.2 and 1.2. So if I want this area, it will be the table book value of 1.2 minus table book value of 0.2. 1.2 is 0.8849 and 0.2 is 0.5793. So the answer is zero, yes, 0.3056. Did you get this? No. And lastly, what?
Why don't you do it to normal?
But you can, but I didn't want to deal with negative numbers, because then I'd have to be doing 1 minus.
Well, you have to do minus.
Because the numbers here would be negative, which aren't in the table book.
That would be the same.
It's the same answer.
But you don't get the same answer if you do just 97 and
You do.
Do it to the
Yeah.
other.
you don't.
No, you do.
What?
It's 95, if you get 95, 95 minus 101 divided by 5,
Yeah, it's one.
you will get 0.1881.
Yeah, exactly. 0.118.
95 minus 100.
Yeah, 100
Well, what do you say? 95 minus
101.
101, yeah?
divided by 5,
Yeah.
you will get 0.1881.
How do you get 0.1?
Just minus and divide.
101 divided by minus 95
Yeah.
divided by 5,
Yeah.
1.2.
You're doing the other way. 95 minus 101.
Fine, 95 minus 101
Mm-hmm.
divided by 5.
Yeah.
95 minus 101 divided by 5. Wait, hang on. 95. No, you can't do it that way anyways.
Why?
Because remember the formula for the z-score is your number minus the average.
Yeah.
Yeah, divided by, sorry, 95. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. 95 minus 101. Ah, no. They confused me and I'm hungry. No, I still got minus 1.2. 95, yeah, minus 101, this is what you're saying, divided by 5, yeah, minus 1.2. No, my calculator's working. Type in 95 minus 101 divided by 5.
Wait, go back to the question. Please. Go back to the question.
No.
Do you know what they're talking about? No.
Yeah,
Fine, okay, so you get the same answer. Agreed? Agreed, right. So, yes. Next part now is the confidence interval. The mean is 14.1 and the standard deviation is 1.7.
That's B?
Yeah. Do you remember how to get the confidence interval?
Yeah. Plus minus.
Yeah, it'll be mu, or the average, plus or minus z times the standard deviation. And there were 3 values I said which were most common, and in fact I said 95 was the most common. So of all the values you should remember the 95% confidence interval because it's 1.96. Yeah. So that's it. It's going to be 14.1 plus or minus 1.96 times 1.7, 3.332. So we have 14.1 plus 3.332. So at the upper end we have 17.4 centimeters, and at the lower end we have 10.8 centimeters. So the 95% confidence interval for the size of the bird's wings, 10.8 to 17.4. Well, yeah, it is how it's done. Okay. We have maths later today, don't we? Yeah, if you can. If you come by at 3 o'clock, we'll go find a room.
Yeah, or did you want just
Come to my office a little before 3. I'll check the timetable for an empty room. We'll do the maths then as normal. We'll go on to the next paper, version 2 of that year. Alright. Maybe.